today we'll have our first meeting about my clinical practice. So first we'll talk about the classroom expectations and routines. So first, the students choose their own seats every day in the morning, and if they don't behave themselves, I can assign them to sit somewhere else, right? And the second, they're in groups, so they have the name of the group. Seahorse, jellyfish, so
and
when
you call them out.
Yeah, so
you just call out seahorse and they will come. Okay.
Yeah. And third, so when they complete their work, they turn it in their group tray. So if it's not done, they put it in their desk. But at the end of the day, they need to turn it to the assistant teacher, and the next day, those work just get returned to them, and they need to finish it on the next day. And so when the students finish any work that they are supposed to do in the classroom, they can go check the what can I do when I'm done list and
so that would be when they're done before the time is up. Then they have extra things they can do and they can find it there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to tell them every time?
No.
When they need to clean up, so I will use the projector, the timer, so set a time for them, so they know their goal.
Because they can see the goal, that's good.
Yes. Okay. So, and at the end of the day, so all the students, they need to clean up themselves, they need to put the book bin back to front of the classroom, and they need to take home anything in their mailbox.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So, is there anything that I need to add?
No, that would be it. That's the routine of the day, the classroom expectation.
Yeah.
And the kids we all have these expectations in class. The kids know the routine, so they just have to follow it. And if you use the words like seahorse for the tables, they will know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. So
you will have the same routine and expectation that I would have.
Yeah, exactly. I will do what you do exactly. So second, we'll talk about the lesson I will teach during the first week. So we will do common core standard, English language art literacy, L14B. Use frequently occurring affixes as a clue to the meaning of a word.
Yes.
Right.
So you're doing affixes.
Okay. So I have roughly planned. There are about 5 steps that I'm going to do. So first, I will use an anchor chart. I will teach the lesson first on the carpet.
Okay.
So I will use anchor chart, and I will explain. I basically will let some students, they might explain it, the meaning of the prefix and the suffixes, the re, and
adding the beginning and adding an ending to your words. And then maybe if you have your anchor chart, you can also ask them, okay, the word is begin. What can we add here? A prefix or a suffix? Then you can ask them, raise your hand, and then one will tell you, and then you can say another one. Please come up, and you can draw names out of the name box, and that person can come up and add the ending to begin.
So instead of let them explain the meaning of the prefix,
It's
maybe give them the meaning. Let them
participate. By you just give a word, and they have to finish it for you.
Okay, so
they learn better that way.
Okay, so prefix. So I'll give them the meaning, and they need to add the prefix.
They need to add the prefix to the word.
Okay, yeah.
Or the prefix or the suffix, depending on your word.
Yes. Okay, I got it. So I will change that part. And the second step, I will go over the instructions of the affix booklet, because I think there might be some confusion on certain pages.
You can read every question for them, and after every question you can ask, do you understand what to do here? And then move to the next question, and after all the questions they can start.
Yeah.
And then if someone has a question in between, which there will always be one.
So it's either I can show them or use the document camera, right?
Yes.
So they can all see, and maybe I can do the first question to show them as an example, so they know what to do. So the third step, I will tell the student expectations about how when they work on the booklets, what their expectations are, and when they the consequence if they don't
Yes.
follow the
Follow
rules.
the directions,
Yeah.
then what will happen?
Yeah, and about what to do. Just remind them.
They know the classroom rules.
Mm.
So if you, while telling them, okay, you did not follow my directions, so you know what happens when you do not follow the rules. If you are talking or doing something else while we are working, you're not following the rules.
So it's
So
dojo
they have
points,
to, and
right?
they can repeat to you.
Yeah,
They
let
can
the
repeat
students.
back to you what is the rule that I did not follow and what happens if I don't follow that rule.
So let the students tell me, and
Yes.
it's the dojo points,
Yes.
right? Okay. Dojo points. And step 4, I will start the timer and walk around. So while they are, so I think I will ask them like, how much time do you think you need? So they kind of make the decision. So they're more willing to do it. So I'll put a timer on the projector. But
Overall time.
yeah, so it will be basically what they decide. But if most of them are not done, I'll just give them extra time.
Okay.
So then I'll walk around, see if
Someone needs
any
guidance.
need more help. I will help them.
Yes.
And the last step. So I hope the day after I grade the booklet. So if there's some kind of misconception or any mistakes that occurred multiple times, I can talk a little bit
As a
with-
group the next day. Yes.
Yeah. So I hope so. These are
That will show you what they understood and what they didn't understand.
yeah.
If you need to go over it again, or if there's just a certain, maybe they just don't understand prefixes, and you can just focus on prefixes.
Yes. Yes. I
To
and
just to go over it again.
yeah, and
That would be good. Yeah.
and I think the very next day it's better. It's short time
Yes.
between because
Like a mini lesson.
yeah.
It will be like a mini, just to see if they get it again.
Yes.
In a mini lesson. Yes.
So the third thing we need to talk about is the rubric. So the first lesson we need to focus on standard 1, which is the teacher understands how students grow and develop, recognizing that patterns of learning and development vary individually within and across the cognitive, linguistic, social, emotional, and physical areas, and designs and implement developmentally appropriate and challenging learning experiences. So we have 2 guided questions. So the first one, I need to use knowledge about students' growth and development to design and implement developmental appropriate and challenging learning experiences.
So you can also this guided question can also go in with yesterday, or when you finish the booklet with the worksheets. So when you get all your data, seeing, question 3, most of them didn't get it. Like 20 out of 25 students did not understand question 3. So then you get all your data, and that will show you, they do not get the knowledge. Maybe I need to repeat my lesson, or maybe if it's just 5 or 8 students, I can do a mini lesson. It just depends
Yeah.
how much
How
information
many
they didn't
people
understand.
need to be
Yes.
retaught, and what kind of method I need to use.
So maybe, that's how you can see the challenging and the learning. That's how you can see how, if you understand the challenge.
So it's like I need to do it constantly, before,
Yes.
after, and just
Yes, the whole time.
yeah. It's like a circle always going on. Yeah. So I think based on my understanding, knowledge about that class, I think they are all natives. Most of them are native speakers. Even though some are from Asian background, they have heard or they kind of know the word with prefix and the suffix of they know that.
Unkind,
Yeah,
beginning. Yes.
They know those words. They just didn't connect with. They don't have the concept of prefix or suffix, and they
And
don't.
some of them don't even know that beginning you added ing. Some of them don't even know that. As soon as you show the word and you take the ing away, they go, oh.
That's the word.
Oh,
That's
and
the root.
you call this something when I put ing at the end. Oh.
So they don't have the knowledge that the word can be formed in that way, but they have heard those
They've
words.
heard it.
And so so I think I need to build my lesson based on their prior knowledge.
Yes.
So and of course they have learned verb and nouns, but adjectives they didn't officially learn,
No,
right?
we're not there in grammar yet.
So I think for ing and ed, those two I think they are more familiar with it because they are familiar with verbs.
Yes.
So I think maybe
To have the basic grammar background helps so that they can understand the
Yeah.
affixes.
so maybe the one with un might be a little more difficult because
More
they haven't learned adjectives yet.
Yes.
So that's my understanding, my
Yes.
anticipation.
Yes.
And so I think because they are first graders, so when I use like they need to touch, like we need to use 5 senses, give them something to touch, or they can actually do learning by doing. Maybe invite them to participate to maybe complete the work on the board. So they got more interested in. If they just sit there and listen, they will
They're going to,
lose
yeah.
interest. So I'll try to give them more chances to participate, to actually do something.
Mm.
So and I think if they have to wait a long time, they will just lose interest.
Yeah,
So I
visual
need to
learning is better.
So I
Use
will
visual learning.
so based on my understanding of their current state, so our guiding question number 2 is, do I use strategies that meet students' cognitive, linguistic, social, emotional, and physical needs?
Yes.
So I think I will do the following.
Okay.
So in order for everyone to see, I will use the projector and also I will make PPT.
PowerPoint.
Yeah,
Yes.
PowerPoint, so all of them can see.
Yes.
Yes, not just the small booklet. And
And changing your routine is sometimes good, because if we use just the whiteboard the whole time, they will get bored. So if we change it a little, okay, now I don't use, now I do a PowerPoint. Tomorrow we walk up and write sentences. To change your routine is also a good thing to do.
okay, right.
Because if we just have the same, it's good to have a class routine, but you're teaching what you use for
Something
teaching.
fun and new.
You can change that up. That would make it more.
Yeah, that makes sense. So and I will use anchor chart, so they will be more engaged. They can come and write something,
Yes.
and they can see. Oh, my advice was
And then
written
if
out
you-
there.
If you put that anchor chart up somewhere in the classroom, they see, as a group we made something. As a group we created something. I am part of that group. So it also builds
Ownership
and self-esteem.
and
Self-esteem.
yeah.
Makes your self-esteem better.
Okay. And I will give lessons on the carpet because I feel if they are on the desks, I have to call them constantly. Hey, are you listening? Are you listening? But in here,
It's better for you.
closer. Then
Okay.
it's easier for them to focus. And I will use different colors when I'm using the anchor chart. I will use different colors to show them the process of the word got formed, like Lego. Different
Yes.
color put on, like this word is black and
Like
that
study.
part. Yeah,
Study will be in red, and then you will add
ing or
with
ed.
purple.
Yeah.
To show them what you are adding.
And
Yes.
the color
That's a
will
good idea.
just make them more have more interest. I think
Yeah, I
they
think so
just
too.
focus,
It
help them
helps.
to focus. And so in the PPT, I will also add some cute animals or some decorations, different colors to help them to focus. Just a little.
Just make sure you don't add too much, so
yeah,
that
that
it
would
distracts.
distract them. Yes, you're
Because
right.
there's a few students in class that get distracted by too
Oh, I
like
like
bright
that.
or animals.
Right, right.
So here or there would be good.
Yes,
Okay.
just a little. And and I would set a goal of I find this really helpful when I say how much time do you think you need? Then they they need to keep their promise, so they are more
Right.
willing to motivated to finish
Because
it.
they came up with the goal.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
like that.
set a goal and like you say, show them your goal, and for those I think do a great job, I would say, oh, look at this. He maybe very neat handwriting, or okay, he make a check when he picked this word.
Yeah.
So it's a good strategy. I will show as good examples
Okay.
for other kids.
So I can suggest when you show the example for example, on the projector, with the document camera, to cover up the name, because if they see the name, some of them think, oh, I'm not good enough, or my name's not up there. Just an example. That doesn't have to be, oh, Jimmy did a great job. Well, what about the others? They want
It's
to know
important.
how good they did too. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to be
Not to point out one student. Just talk overall.
You are right. And those who finished the booklet earlier, maybe I think they can color some parts because there are some pictures.
Yes, we
If
put pictures on.
they did great job, very good. Then they can get to color it. I think they will love it.
Yeah. And if they're completely done, they know after every worksheet they take out a book and read by themselves.
Yeah. So, and if after a lot of work they might get exhausted, I
Yes.
can give them a little brain break. Maybe
Go noodle.
Yeah,
You
go
can do
noodles.
Go noodles.
Yeah, I think it really helpful to the first grade.
You know what helps is sometimes too is if I see, oh, they're tired right now, we do a go noodle that is exciting and a lot of movement. But then they're built up and they're excited. So then I do a go noodle, the flow go noodles. That's like a yoga one that calms them, brings them back to just relaxing atmosphere.
So they don't go too excited.
So they're not too excited. Yes.
And I think on the rug sometimes when I need them to read instructions, I would say, okay, those who wear blue read the instructions, and those who have glasses on, then they don't know which one will be picked.
Yes.
And they will have fun.
Yes.
So I want to do that with them.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so this is basically what
Okay.
will be included.
Looks good. So let's see how the lesson goes.
Yay!
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.